Sprint Season 2 is officially out on Netflix, and the track and field community has been waiting for this for some time. Not only was this an Olympic year, but track and field doesn't get much attention on any platform, and I personally didn't expect that Netflix would be the place to do it. But hey, it's the world we're living in right now. All that being said, I am aware. I am the same guy who did a full preview video breaking down what we expect to see on Sprint Season 2. But I also told you that I try to be 100% honest with you. So this is one of those videos. And no, not gonna do a whole lot of editing because it's raw and unfiltered. But I figured you deserve to know the truth, so here it is.
Desirez.
I have no intentions on watching Season 2 of Sprint, at least not anytime soon, and I will tell you why. As I get into these reasons, I am aware that something I might say is likely going to upset some people, and you probably already know the next part. I'm willing to accept the consequences. But like I said, I don't plan on watching it. And I'm gonna start with this. Season 1 of Sprint. I didn't really enjoy it that much. To clarify, before I even say that part, let me say this part. I don't have a Netflix account that I keep on a regular basis. I reopened up a Netflix account just so I could see Season 1. So when I finally got there and watched the first episode, I did do videos breaking them down, but it was not all that entertaining to me. I spend a whole lot of time focusing on track and field, in case you haven't been paying attention. So when I sit down to get entertainment, normally track and field is not exactly what I'm focused on at that moment. But I do care about the sport, and I do want to see what they were doing. And the way that Season 1 played out, more or less, was the Noah Lyles show. With shades of Sha'Carri Richardson. Everybody else was really just a supporting actor, at least as far as I was concerned. And I would argue that the show, for the most part, is really not designed for real track and field fans. It's primarily to put it on a platform for people who don't know much about the sport at all. There are times when they talk like we don't know much, at least the way the storyboarding is designed. But beyond that, how do I want to say this? I would argue that they leave a lot of really good story on the table. Because again, they're trying to serve it up to the people who don't know that much. In Season 1, if you were not supposed to be all the way in the front of the race, as far as I'm concerned, you didn't matter. You were basically wallpaper. But if you're new here, I want to say thank you for even making it this far into the video. And I'm Coach Rob, the founder of SCArecruiting.com, where I rank the best track and field recruits across the entire nation. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comment section, because I try to read them all. That's why Noah Lyles and Sha'Carri Richardson were the main stars of the show. Yeah, they put Sharika Jackson, and they put, well, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price kind of made a cameo. She was kind of there, but kind of not. And then you had folk like Fred Curley, who he was advertised as a part of the show, but once you got there, he really wasn't there. So when I look forward to Season 2, oh yeah, Lamont Marcel Jacobs was there. I called him a legacy hire because, well, they're gonna have to grandfather him in because he was the Olympic champion in the 100-meter dash. There's a show called Sprint, but they ain't really want to check for him. But hey, they gave him like half an episode where they gave him some focus. Now when we look to Season 2, I am aware now they only had 4 episodes. The first one was longer than that. It was about 6. Remember, I'm not saying that Season 1 was bad. It's just, for someone like me, I'm waiting for them to show me something that, I guess, gives me a window into something that I didn't know before or find incredibly interesting, some new insight. For people who actually follow track and field, like, I don't know, watch races somewhere in the vicinity when they actually happen. Even if you have to go online to do it, to search up the video. Those people, the same ones who like watch content on platforms like this about track and field, Sprint is not going to really say anything that groundbreaking for you. As a matter of fact, people like me get upset because they leave a whole lot of stuff out. For Season 2, they had so many people on the roster and only 4 episodes to tell the story. It's no possible way that they're going to do a good job, at least by my standards. Maybe my standards are way too high. And if so, I could accept that. And you can tell me about it in the comments. But Melissa Jefferson, T.T. Terry, Kenny Bednarik, like, I'm glad to see them on the platform, but there's no way they can really do it justice. They kind of give you like a taste of who these people are while we're watching the journey. And here is the most important part. A show like Sprint, ironically, during an Olympic year, is almost counterintuitive. Let me break that down. Everybody was actually watching the Olympics. We saw Julian Alfred run away from Sha'Carri Richardson.
Desirez.
We also saw Noah Lyles lose the 200-meter dash and come off that turn behind. First time we've really seen him do that in any major championship, at least as far as I'm concerned, since the Olympics in 2021. People were paying attention. The entire world saw those races. So when you want to focus on stuff we actually saw, it's going to be really hard to tell that story, at least to the track and field fan, because we were paying attention anyway, to do it and make it entertaining. At least entertaining enough for me to reopen a Netflix account and make it my business to sit there and watch it during my spare time. I do care, and I will eventually get around to watching it. And I can even watch the other people break it down, and it'll let me know if I'm really missing all that much. I'm not hating on the show. My friend Anderson Emerald already watched it, and he said the show was actually pretty good. But that depends on what your expectations are. Even though we're close friends, we also are very different people. If you watch our show, The Finish Line, you probably noticed that by now. So, as far as I'm concerned, I will not be watching Sprint because I really don't see a good reason to. I hope other people do watch it, and maybe you're in that group. But if you're anything like me, and you actually care about track and field, and you actually pay attention, even when the rest of the world isn't tuning into the Olympics, you might not need to open a Netflix account, if you don't already have one, just to watch the show. But hey, nobody asked me. In the sport of track and field, race day is honestly the easy part, because all of the real work gets put in when nobody is watching. When you wear every day is training day gear, you can let the whole world know that your success in competition is not an accident. Order yours at scarecruiting.com/shop or use the link in the description below, and it always comes with free shipping. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.